For today's recipe, Link will be joined by IQ, Gastro Bob, and Yar, Captain Cook. And backed up as always by Guinea Page and the Animal Crackers.
Today, we're gonna make a dessert that has chocolate in it, and we're gonna use a vegetable as the main ingredient. What do you think of vegetables in dessert, Guinea Page?
For me and the Animal Crackers, veggies are dessert. They're also breakfast, and lunch, and dinner, and snacks, and main courses, appetizers. And I like veggies a lot.
I wonder what the boys in the band think. Veggies in dessert? Yeah. Veggies in dessert? No way! Veggies? Maybe. I think Captain Cook wants to weigh in on this. Ahoy, Captain Cook!
Link, I'm a pirate. Veggies in dessert? I don't think so.
Sounds like not everyone's convinced. But consider this. Cooks have been using vegetables in desserts for a long time. It probably started when farmers realized they grew more than they needed. But besides pickles and preserves, what else can you do with too many carrots and rhubarbs? I know, carrot cake and rhubarb muffins. That just goes to show you, not only is vegetables in desserts possible, but better yet, they're delicious. The proof will be when everyone tastes our chocolate zucchini bread, which we're making today. Here's what you'll need. 1 medium zucchini, half a cup of vegetable oil, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour, half a cup of chocolate chips, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. We're using natural, not Dutch processed. Half a cup of whole wheat flour. We're using whole grain. Half a teaspoon of fine sea salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Let's preheat the oven to 325 degrees. Hit it, Gastro Bob.
Oven temperature, engage.
This loaf pan I've greased and dusted with cocoa powder. We'll use this grater to shred the zucchini. But go slowly, the holes on the side of the grater are sharp. I love working with zucchini. It's slightly sweet and mild in taste. Also, its skin is smooth, thin, and tender, so no need to remove it. Its seeds are also tender too, so... Wait, there's seeds in a zucchini? But I thought any food that had seeds was a fruit. What's the scoop, IQ?
The zucchini seeds you're noticing, Link, are proof, botanical proof. Botany is the science of plants, and I have to tell you that while we may think of zucchini as a vegetable and use it in salads, stir-fries, and lasagna, zucchini is actually an underripe fruit.
So we're actually making dessert with fruit in it?
All right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, yar.
In this medium bowl, we'll mix together our dry ingredients. Our flours, our cocoa powder, our salt, and our baking soda and baking powder. And we're gonna use a whisk in case there's any clumps in our cocoa powder. In this other bowl, we'll whisk together our eggs, add our oil, our sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And we'll whisk till they're fully combined. When cooking stews or pastas, you can be a lot more creative with ingredients, like adding more carrots or spices if you prefer. But when you're making a quick bread, like this chocolate zucchini loaf is, you want to make sure to follow the baking rules.
And that's because of science. Baking is a really delicious combination of chemistry. All your ingredients play an important part in making sure you get the best results.
So, we got our flour, We have our leaveners in this recipe, which is our baking soda and baking powder. We've got our eggs, we've got our oil, but we have no other liquid. Detective, is my recipe in trouble?
An ounce of prevention is a pound of cure. Check over your ingredients list again, Link, or else you could be having a case of a culinary crime.
There's no culinary crime to be worried about. The liquid is there, and it comes from a natural source, in the zucchini.
It is watery. How's that, IQ?
Think about all that refreshing juiciness whenever you bite into a watermelon or an orange. That's because fruits and vegetables are mostly made up of water. All living things are made up of cells. For a plant, like zucchini, there are cell walls outside, a protective outer layer, which is basically that dark green peel. And the cell walls inside that help support the growth of the plant. Within those cell walls is water, a lot of water. A zucchini is actually about 95% H2O. Grating breaks down those cell walls, which is why those shreds are watery now. So that high water content will give your chocolate zucchini loaf a nice, moist texture.
Now that our liquid's covered, let's get started. We'll add our flour mixture to our egg mixture. And we'll stir till they're fully combined. Just make sure not to overstir, because that will create gluten in your flour, and then we'll get chewy bread instead of fluffy. Now, we'll fold in our zucchini and chocolate chips. But we'll need another kitchen utensil other than a whisk. Any thoughts, Secret Agent Man? Any thoughts, Secret Agent Man? A scraper? That's a great idea, Secret Agent Man. A scraper is great for folding batters. Its broad, bendy end helps lift the batter versus stirring it, incorporating our zucchini and chocolate chips. Now time for a prepared loaf pan. Use your scraper to put the batter into the pan. And we'll bake for 50 minutes.
I've got the timer ready, Link. 5, 0, start.
Great, Gastro Bob. It's time to tidy up.
Let's tidy up, 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 let's tidy up. When you're finished and the cooking's done, let's tidy up. Even though you had lots of fun, you tidy up. Gotta clean up the pots and pans, gotta put them away, you gotta wash your hands. You gotta do your best to clean up your mess. Let's tidy up, let's tidy up, let's tidy up, let's tidy up. Come on, do your best to clean up your mess. Come on, do your best to clean up your mess. Let's tidy up.
3, 2, 1, time's up.
Our bread's been in the oven for 50 minutes, but that doesn't mean it's done. We still need to check. Using a wooden toothpick. Poke your toothpick into the center of the loaf. If it comes out clean or with a few crumbs, it's done. Try to avoid any chocolate chips, or else you'll just get melted chocolate, and we want to make sure that the batter's done. Excellent! It's a good idea to do the toothpick test, so we don't get a case of the badly behaving quick bread. Isn't that right, Detective?
Sure, there are other ways of testing a loaf, like touching the top to see if it's springy. But a loaf just hot out of the oven is begging for trouble. And a toothpick never lies. Aha! The batter is still gooey. This loaf is underdone. Back into the oven. Back into the oven.
The loaf has completely cooled. I placed it on a baking rack so air could circulate under the pan. Now, we're ready to flip. Whoa! Not me, the loaf! Remember how I prepared the pan by greasing it and dusting it with cocoa powder? This should ensure the loaf slips out easily. Excellent! Hello, Gastro Blasters! Things started out uncertain when Link declared he'd be making a dessert with zucchini. Those naysayers were doubtful, but what a surprise counterattack when it was revealed that zucchini is actually an unripe fruit. And what a save the zucchini made, especially with its high water content. No additional liquid needed, not with a 95% water weight. And look, Ma, no sticking. The defensive play of a well-greased and well-cocoed pan meant the loaf was released from the pan without sacrificing a crumb. Let's check in and see the audience reaction. This loaf cuts up into 12 servings. Who wants some?
Yes, please. Just a tiny piece.
2, 3, 4. We'll have zucchini bread.
Hi, matey. I'll have a slice with me afternoon tea.
Thanks for your help today, IQ.
No problem, Link. Thanks for the lunch.
Gastro Blast!